Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video and the final part of the World Tour Primal Demon team. We're going into the final Tempered Edge stage versus Light Veldora, or Dark Veldora, sorry. This stage is a nuking stage. It's meant for a stacking team, and he has 1.7 million HP, which for a lot of players seems very much out of reach. But we're going to use a stacking team, and even though we don't have any light characters at all, this is still going to work. And if you have the old version of BLANC from the second anniversary, she will be a very, very good unit to use here. Maybe even better than the new BLANC, to be perfectly honest, because she'll have type advantage and she'll have that triple alt swapping. But we're gonna do this, and it's gonna work, right? Alt and crit, even though he has some crit resistance right here. So we're gonna have to make sure that on the nuke turn, BLANC is not up front when we use the alt buff from Guy, because giving her that crit will just nuke her damage into the ground. So we just have to be conscious of that. And he does have physical resistance as well. Physical attack resistance right here. So we have a few things working against us, and if this team specifically can't get it done, we will switch it up and we will add some other Primal Demons into this. But I do want to attempt this run with the new team first and foremost. Alright, so turn one, Guy is doing a lot of things here. Turn one orb changing is part of it. So we'll do this. We'll bring BLANC in for Guy. We'll bring Jean in since they have the turn 2 protection gauge for Misery. And we'll go ahead and do this. Ideally, we're going to have two single target ults with BLANC and Jean. They will be very strong. Or, yeah, BLANC and Jean. Because Guy, if we use his alt buff, he's going to give himself crit. And that's not what we want. That is what I want, though. That is perfect right there. On any other team, that'd be a death sentence. But here, it works out very, very well. So, again, I forgot to use BLANC's stupid skills turn 1. Oh well, it is what it is. So we'll leave these units up front. We'll get these two stacks on our two ladies who are going to be nuking. I don't know if we're going to get an EX ult for both of them, but preferably we'll get one for at least BLANC, and then just a normal ult for Jean, unless it gives us orbs like this all the time, and then I don't know what to do about it. We still have the alt gauge on Blue Charm on from the last fight versus Clayman. Okay, the game's gonna be nice to me. Alright, I mean, I'm okay with this. We're not getting a lot of BLANC orbs, though. That's the only issue, which, I mean, is unfortunate, but also, I mean, if we can get an EX ult, I guess it'll still work out fairly well. So let's do that. We'll get Diablo out of here. We'll alt swap with Misery, and then I think we'll just use some alt damage here and start really buffing that up as much as possible. And then I guess we can use one stack of the attack buff and the alt gauge on orbs. So yeah, I mean we'll definitely get an EX ult for Jean at this rate. So that's perfect. But yeah, now we're doing 1 damage a hit. It's not exactly what we're wanting to be seeing, considering he has 1.7 million. BLANC, what are you doing? I need orbs. I need orbs for BLANC, not Misery. Okay? Alright, orb change. Alt swap. This is, okay. Sure, game. Whatever you say. We'll bring Guy in and we'll use his since his is cheaper. And I guess we'll continue stacking right here. Yeah. Boom, boom. Alright, so here's the EX ult, right? So she's done. She doesn't have to be up front anymore, actually, unless we want to keep putting stacks on her, but maybe. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. I see what we're doing here. Fine. Yeah, I think we're going to take Jean out of here, and we'll just run and hopefully get BLANC orbs. Hopefully someone doesn't have to be a hog. Let's use his orb change, get that 1 orange, and then we'll get both of you out of here. So Diablo for Guy, Misery for Jean. We'll pull in that other blue orb. And then we can use Diablo's Orb Change, another stack of the attack and the ult, or the ult and the pierce power. And we'll get her ult here. But we're really going to need some luck if we want to get her EX ult. We're going to need like 4 or 5 orbs for her in the next couple turns, which the game does not want to do, apparently. So 11k. See, now we're doing good damage. That's a good hand right there. Do I have BLANC orbs, though? Do I have BLANC orbs? I have 3. Sure, okay. But remember, we need to set it up so that both BLANC and Jean are in the back. What did I just do that... Hold on. I did something here that I didn't mean to do. Alright, well, let's get some power then. But I do have to have both of the ladies in the back if I want to nuke properly. So we're probably going to have to nuke on turn 9, which is going to heal back all the damage that we've done to him, which is not a big deal. Okay, now we've got triple ults. Yeah, okay. So another stack on. Alright, so Guy for Diablo. Yep, we can do this. And we can do the 2 alt swaps. So boom. Full blue. Not that. Alt swap. Alt swap. This will get the EX alt for BLANC as well. And then on turn 8, it's just going to be a giveaway turn. And we just have to send BLANC to the back. And we'll have points necessary to nuke. So perfect. So we're not going to use any violet stacks on turn 8. We're just going to send orbs, send BLANC to the back, and not worry about it. We can probably get rid of some of these ults too, and just burn them out. So let's get Diablo up here for BLANC. Yeah. Okay, so we'll send these 3 ults for funsy onesies, and it'll take down his health a little bit. So Diablo, 30k. Yeah, it's not a lot. Misery, 14k. Guy, 41k. And then if he does heal at all, it's going to heal back. Yep, okay, there you go. So he's back to full 1.7 million HP now. But the reason we had to do that is because Guy, again, is giving all physical characters crit, and he still has crit resistance up here. His defense may be gone, his physical resistance may be gone, but he still has that 100% permanent crit. So we cannot have that on the ladies in the back. So they will get the ult damage here, and then we'll take you out or in for Misery since she has 2 orbs, and we'll bring you in for Guy. Perfect. And then we'll use our 2 stacks here just to buff them both up. And we'll see if BLANC by herself can do 1.7 million with this, or if we're going to need a bit more power in the other EX ult to do that as well. So physical buff, the element resistance down, and I think we have enough to do, yeah, 1 more stack of that. Boom, pierce power, ult damage, and then we'll use the reset and the extra 300 points because now it's turn 9, and we can use this at any point after turn 8. 325 points, looking good. And now we'll just buff up the ult damage for everybody as much as possible, and then whatever left we'll put into the attack buff for BLANC, the personal one. But this will definitely help us out. So 80, we can use it 1 more time, and then we can use the attack buff twice. Okay. So we'll check out what we're running right now as far as damage is concerned. And then we also have 3 follow-up orbs, one of them being BLANC, who will be very strong. So, okay. 210% ult damage is very nice. And then our attack, at least on her, 230%, 195% pierce power. Alright. And then pierce resistance, 10%. We didn't really need too many of the Misery orb changes. And then the defense down, and all the elements down. So let's see how much our normal orbs do. We'll send BLANC, and then we'll follow up with Jean in case we need it. We'll turn these ults on, just so we can watch them. And let's see how much we do. 9k, 9k, that's the crit right there. 186 for the Pierce. Awesome. And let's see what we can do with our hot waifu ladies. I don't think she's going to do 1.7. I mean, she might, actually. Oh, 2.6. Alright, well, that was dumb for thinking that she wouldn't. Alright. Well, I mean... Yeah, I should have expected that. We have a lot of power on this team. Not as much as maybe some other teams, but certainly there is a lot of ult damage. It's just not having that crit really made me doubt. But there we go. We are able to do it with the Primal Demon team. That didn't take too much effort. So that's, you know, mostly the Primal Demon team running through every single Tempered Edge stage in all of Conquest. We just had that one substitution on the Fire stage for Hero because you need to work around that gimmick, otherwise you will lose. And that's not a fault of the Primal Demon team. That's just the way that stage is built. Like, you are meant to run a burn unit in there, and it really punishes you if you don't. There are some teams that can get around it. Mostly burst teams, though. This is not a burst team. So, but we did prove that we can go through the majority of the game clearing all of the permanent content. So let me know what you guys think, but that's it for me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.